All right, so I just want to see something real quick because I am in witness mode, and I'm seeing a lot of shit. Um, I think there's two things performing as three that are taking place right now. A lot of people are caught in faith, and a lot of people are caught in fear. But I think there's an ugly line in between where a lot of people's fear is their faith, and a lot of people's faith is their fear, if that makes sense. So I just want to see something. Resonance only as always. So I want to see three things that is a constitution for fear, three things that is a constitution for faith, and then the three things that is the dirty line in between where one is actually the other. Before I pull these cards, you have to understand that when fear and faith become one and the same, that is the land of fanaticism. That goes beyond somebody who is just a perfect soldier for their religion, or the perfect anti-soldier for the lack of religion. This is where you really can't even think for yourself because you've already been inundated and exposed to too much stuff, and in trying to find a way to escape from the points of overexposure, you're using pieces of the overexposure as what's going to get you, out of it altogether. It don't make sense. It again is what you've been hearing me saying for years. Spiritual homeopathy. You're using what's got you poisoned as what's going to be potentially part of the cure. And it just ain't working out for a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all, I really wish you would stop and assess just how disheveled you are, just how erratic you are in energy, just how energetically insecure and needy, the dirty word for 2025, how needy you're becoming. That need to try and make sense of all the stuff that's going on around you because it's really unraveling you. It's unraveling the whole consciousness. Which again, I'll tell you, as a contrarian, let it happen. The only way you're going to get change is if there is enough things changing around you that you ain't got no choice but to not let things be the same. The problem is, and what is going to come up on these cards, is a lot of y'all are so embattled by the changes going on around you, you're trying to make sense of them so that you can find a way to stabilize yourself. Instead of figuring out whether the shit that's changing around you really had a goddamn thing to do with you, or if it really was what was keeping you doing yourself up. Resonance only. So three things of fear, three things of faith, and the ugly three things where one might potentially be the same. But we'll see. I'm not even going to use my cards for that because a lot of people are scared of them. So let's use a safe deck. This is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. It's an oracle deck, but it has numbers on it. Numbers are vibrations. They'll tell a story. So here's the three things of fear, and I'll just throw all three of them at once. Three. Three things of faith. 1, 2, 3. And then the ugly three where one might actually be the other. It's the dirty line in between. 1, 2, 3. Three things of faith. Three things of fear. It's the one in reverse. The card is the High Lady of Love and Compassion, and it speaks of reverence, kindness, and consideration. Remember, this was fear. The first thing in fear is you've already lost your one. You out here trying to find kindness and consideration, but you've already been exposed to an environment that doesn't have that. So that automatically produces a need. When everything around you is not showing you, and you don't have anything else to pull from, eventually you will start pulling from the stuff that doesn't show you, trying to find you. And that's exactly what's happening. So the one's in reverse. The second thing is also in reverse. It's the 26, empathy. The card is the Rainbow Prince. The Rainbow Prince is looking for compensation and perseverance. Think about it. 26 is empathy. I am connected to my traumas. The first one was one, I'm just trying to find my potential. The second one is the Rainbow Prince. Best way I can describe that, think about it. The rainbow is your light and fragmentation. Prismatic effect. Prison. Basically the same thing. You take light and you imprison it in a crystal, and then it goes into the rainbow. So you are only empathetic to yourself in separation where you've already lost your potential. That's your fear so far. The third one is you the fire prince. You are the fire prince. You're the 40. You are trapped and fooled. 4 and 0. In this fire prince, you are optimistically aggressive. Optimism and aggressive. Your fear only is a sign of where you're frustrated with yourself and you have not found enough of yourself, so you're trying to find yourself in others. Or you're trying to find yourself in what already got you pulled apart. See the aforementioned prison I was talking about. Your light has already been fragmented, but you think you're going to find your wholeness, or you think you're going to find your light where it's already been torn apart. Make it make sense. Fear is seeing shit for what it is, but too scared to do something different, so you keep trying to find something different by looking at the same. Maybe if I figure out the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, maybe I can find all of me. Sorry, it's not going to happen. So your fear, if I wanted to do it totally numerological, 2 plus 6 is 8, 9 plus 4, 13, 4, you're trapped. You're trapped in the 13. Your fear is death. But that's the reality of things, especially when it comes to knowledge. People are scared to let go of what they think they know, especially when what they think they know didn't show them what they want to see. That fear gets you fucked up. So numerologically, fear has a vibration of 4. It's got you boxed in. Now let's get to faith. Faith, the phoenix, the 29. I'm only connected to what's showing me my highest vibration. The phoenix is surrender to change. It's a resurrection point. I have faith in what's going to show me change. Remember, you were looking to try and find change in fear. Your faith is already showing you you're going to have to become the phoenix. You have to burn yourself. Holy shit. Fear required you to burn yourself. And if you start having faith in where you've already burned yourself, 2 and 9 becomes 11, becomes justification. So the second thing in faith, the dragon's duel in reverse. This is a 23. This is the fire. 23 in my number system is passion. It is where I am connected to what I'm thinking about. In this case, what I'm thinking about is what I have faith in. It's the dragon's duel. What is the dragon? Wisdom. I am dueling with wisdom. Holy shit. Inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. It was in reverse. You have made an unconscious choice because you are operating out of fear. To the point, fear is already faith. But let's go to the third one. That was a 2 plus 3. That's a 5. So you had 11, which is a 2 plus 5, 7. You already think your faith is you. No, your faith is your fear. But here's the third one to confirm it. 37. The thoughts have already tricked you into becoming your fear. It's the Metal King. You've already been hardened. Discipline, armor, boundaries. Holy shit, you done fat-fold. My number system, 37, is the creatrix. The first person to trick you is the person that got you to create. Shh, I said that correctly. The first person to trick you is the one that convinced you to create. Because some of you can't think for yourself. Normally you'll hear me say, no, it's all you. Yeah, it is all you. But some of y'all can't take responsibility for yourself because you're only used to responding to what you think and believe in because of that dirty word faith. But faith is already fear. So the Metal King, you already hardened. Remember, with fear, you already hardened. You already boxed in. Over here, we have a 1, a 5, that's 6, and a 2, 8. Holy shit. 4, where you boxed in, became 8. Now you're in struggle. Your fear, where you're boxed in, became what you have faith in. Now you're struggling with it. 8 is struggle. 8 is an infinity loop of erraticism. So already, before I even touch these last 3 cards, I'm already showing you where faith is fear and fear is faith. But here's what the card said. The next card was 15, the devil card. It's in reverse. It's the queen of the light. Holy shit, remember that class about prismatic existence? Your light has already been broken in fragmentation. You have been influenced and been told how to find your light by what's already got you tricked. Remember, we don't want to look at the devil as the trickster, the Satan, the advocate for your downfall. Questionable. So right here, the first thing that is trying to show you where faith is fear and fear is faith, it's the queen of the light in reverse. 15 in reverse. You have already found your magic in what's moved you. But if I found my magic in what's moved me and what's moved me was not me, Holy sheep shit, Batman. You a rat in a cage. Something else has control over you. So the second thing is the Ice Queen, 28. Something else has control over you. The 28 in my cards, if I was to pull them out, is the Siren. It's the voice in the head. 2, 8. I'm connected to that struggle. That 8, remember, faith was an 8. I'm connected to what I believe in the Ice Queen. I'm hardened by it. Ideas preserved, non-action, and entitlement. I'm entitled to see what I believe in because I have faith. Holy shit, that'll cover 99.95% of you. You'll believe in something even when it has fucked you over continuously and thoroughly, you still won't let that shit go. Why? Because faith is fear and fear is faith. Here's the third card, the River Queen in reverse. It's a 36. It's the FAFO card. You'll fuck around and find out. And my cards, 36, is you better figure out who you are or everything will tell you what it needs you to be. Just told somebody that a few minutes ago. So, it's the River Queen in reverse. In reverse, it says you won't go with the flow, you won't let go, and you are in unnatural movement. That is the upright position. Go with the flow, learn to let go, and honor natural movement. If you think faith is a natural movement, if you think fear is a natural movement, you're an unnatural fool. So the commonality line between where I've already told you faith is fear and fear is faith, you have a 6, you have a 1, that's 7, and you have a 9, that's 16. It's a 7. It's you. 7 is your self-awareness. But if you're only aware of yourself in fear or aware of yourself in faith, it's not you. You become your traumas. And I think I already told you that. You're not your traumas. You're the summation of your choices. But if you won't choose anything but fear and keep having faith in it, don't expect nothing different. Wholeness.